Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This is going to be your July 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. I'm keeping things quite simple today with a little Celtic cross. But before we begin, we'll just do 20 seconds of the sound bowl just to tune into the energy. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. All right, Gemini. The horses are going a bit nuts at the moment in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, I'm going to be cutting the deck and I will be clarifying with Rider-Waite. Okay, so can you please get for Gemini, nice good July 2022. And this is the Fountain Tarot deck. Kind energy, the world, very nice. Crossing that, the devil. Probably struggling to let go of something here. Your conscious energy there is the temperance, wanting and needing to be patient. What's beneath you is a Five of Cups, bubbling beneath the surface is that regret. Your past energy is a Four of Cups. So did you take that fourth cup that was offered to you? Or did you prefer to just settle in what was already in place, even if you felt unfulfilled? Your future is the Lovers. Ooh, so passion coming up to you, rising up for you in this month of July, but they might involve a choice. Your attitude is a Page of Coins. Okay. Your environment is a Three of Cups, so lots of parting, lots of coming together, lots of celebrations. Your hopes and fears is a Seven of Cups. Can you make the right decision? Hoping that you'll make the right decision, worrying if you won't, particularly probably because of this choice here. And the outcome is the Empress, which is a very abundant energy. Particularly, I feel like you have brought this into your sphere now because that Page of Coins. That Page of Coins, that messenger of something that is of either monetary value, of kind of resources, tangible, physical resources that are coming forward from you. And as you enter into that vibration, you are then turning into the Empress. And the Empress is that divine feminine energy, full of creativity, full of working from a place of unconditional love and bringing new things to birth. For some of you, this could even be a pregnancy. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to clarify each of them and then we'll start talking properly. So we can do in the same order, please, Spirit. One for each. I'm not taking jumpers today. I'm just cutting the deck. So let's do this very quickly to shuffle these tiny weeny cards. Okay, the World we have Seven of Wands. Devil we have Page of Pentacles, interesting, quite similar. Temperance we have Three of Swords. Five of Cups we have the Hanged Man. Past energy we have the Hermit. Future for the Lovers we have the Three of Pentacles. Page of Coins, wow, look at that. They are directly mirroring each other here. So we've got the Devil card over here with the Page of Pentacles that's crossing your energy at the moment. This is your obstacle. This is your challenge at the moment. And then your attitude is exactly the same, but it's vice versa. The Page of Pentacles with that Devil card. So we really got to get out of this funk you're in over here. I feel like you're trying to hold on to... well, we'll talk about it in a moment. Okay, Three of Cups. We have the Star. Really very nice. 7 of Cups, we have 10 of Pentacles. Very promising, okay? But that's also probably where the worry is. Like, will this give me long-term security? You don't know. The Empress, 2 of Swords. So you still are undecided about something. Right, let's have a look at this. So you're coming up to the end of a major cycle. For some, so I'm feeling a lot of sort of home energy here. Home and anything that revolves around home. So it's either the home, moving from home, someone in the home, someone affecting the home. Because we've come to the end of this major cycle with the World card, but it's caused you to have to step into that protective energy with that 7 of Wands. You're having to defend something coming to a full completion. And because of 4 of Cups, for some reason, I'm feeling drawn to him being in the home environment in the past here with the Hermit and trying to figure out, well, what is the thing? What is that 4th cup? Because the 4 of Cups basically means that he's got 3 cups in front of him, and it represents energies that are settling, things are all right. It's a type of card where he doesn't want to kind of rock the boat, because he knows what it feels like for things to go bad. So if things are just a little bit stable, then maybe it's okay just to leave it as is. But then he's got that 4th cup, which is represented over here, that he doesn't see. Okay, and that 4th cup is actually a gift from the universe, which represents a change, represents if he's able to look behind him and receive and take that offering that comes in, which could very well be this Page of Pentacles offering that's coming in, then he will be more fulfilled. Okay, and so I feel like you've been doing some soul searching of like, well, what is that 4th cup for me? I do feel, because the Hermit card is so powerful in terms of it firstly being a major arcana, secondly really doing that introspection and really taking the time to understand what is fulfilling for you, I feel like you are taking that, you have taken that 4th cup, which leads you to the World card, which leads to basically finalize a major cycle in your life. And it's not a little one, it's a major one in your life, where now you feel like you're ready to step up. Okay, but in that situation, in order to close off a huge cycle, you are going to have to stand up for yourself. You are going to have to defend what is yours. You are going to have to protect what is yours, because it does feel to me like the energy surrounding you, whether they be people or situations, energy surrounding you that are causing you to self-doubt, okay, causing you to kind of go, well, I don't, you're not in a position to close off the cycle. You're not in a position to move on. When I say move on and start a new venture, start a new cycle, what I mean by it could be either a literal move or it could be a physical move, either in the workplace, but I do feel like I'm feeling very homebound here. Okay, so the thing that's crossing you, the thing that's challenging you from kind of closing something off is this this devil energy. Now the devil energy basically talks about things going, anything that turns into a bit of an extreme, okay, becomes unbalanced, and that's what the devil represents. Sometimes that imbalance causes a feeling of being restricted, held down, and not being free enough. So it feels like you're wanting to close a huge cycle off, but you feel bound and imprisoned almost by perhaps an offer that's coming in. And of course it's represented here in your attitude. So I feel like this is pretty big. So it feels to me like, say for example, you decide, so this is an example of the energy, but I'm using an example based around work. Say for example, you've decided you've been working for a company for 20 years and now you are ready to move on because you feel like it's not actually fulfilling in the way that you want it to be. And then you want maybe you hand in your resignation, or you let your boss know that you're wanting to move on, and they say, well, actually, instead of leaving, Gemini, why don't we offer you more money? Would you stay then? So it's that sort of energy. So it's almost like this temptation to prevent you from closing off a major cycle. And then it puts you in a state of like, well, now I need to make a decision. Okay. Now, what I do feel is that whatever that offer is, I don't feel it's really in your better interest. It feels like to me, it feels like a cheap offer. It doesn't feel like it'll stand the test of time, because you've already reached the world, so you've already reached the cycle. So it feels to me that even if you were to accept that, okay, it's only a matter of time of more toxicity before you sort of move on. So it does seem like a cheap trick. You're in your conscious thoughts, the things that are already kind of the energy that's harnessing around you for the whole of the month of July is this energy of kind of, well, I'm very much aware that I need to keep myself as balanced as possible, particularly because this devil energy is trying to kind of come in and trying to sidetrack you. So I really love this energy. Now, with that temperance, it does talk about the Three of Swords, which is to do with a bit of heartache, to do with a bit of kind of mental anguish, more so mental anguish. And you really are trying to temper your words, temper your actions, and find as much spiritual harmony and balance as much as you can to sort of ride the wave of this anguish that you've been feeling. Now, in the reason why it's coming, the reason why you're so focused on it is because in your subconscious area, we have the Five of Cups clarified by the Hanged Man, meaning that there's something from the past that is kind of haunting you, and you're really trying to, it's like you're using both energies. On one side, you're very focused on, okay, well, I want to keep balance, I want to kind of keep as level-headed as possible, because I need to sift through this energy of why I was unfulfilled and what being fulfilled would be for me. And then, but at the same time, what's happening at a deep, much deeper level is you really are trying to suss out the situation from the past that has been haunting you. And it could be a romantic situation, a situation regarding matters of the heart. Okay, so it could obviously be with a family member or friend, but obviously it could also be with romance. So it feels to me like you're trying to allow yourself the time, because Temperance and the Hangman are very long timing cards. And in the Hangman, he suspends himself upside down to gain enlightenment from seeing things from a different angle. So I feel like these two areas are extremely positive for you, okay? And you're shifting through those energies throughout the whole month of July. I do feel like you will receive enlightenment from that thing from the past that didn't, it's a thing that didn't work out, that perhaps you had a play and you had a role in it, and it didn't quite go the way that you had intended. And there's always lessons to be learned from that. Now, in the future, you've got the choices, well, the Lover's card, which represents passion, choosing passion, making choices, and the Three of Pentacles. So in the future, I do feel that you are trying to decide, do you go back on something to complete it? Do you bring people together from the past and work on it again, or do you just take the new? Okay, now obviously I cannot answer that for you. It is your choice. We live in free will, but that is a thing that's really kind of it's like, so say for example you were moving home and you felt that you were ready to now leave. I do feel like you're trying to really figure out, is it worth, instead of me leaving, to go back on what I've got and try and improve it, or do I just leave? Okay, so that's kind of the energy I'm feeling over there. As I said before, your attitude is that you want to move on with that positivity. You kind of feel like, well, actually, I want the good news to come showering, and I want to take those opportunities that are presented to me, because maybe this is a way out, maybe this is a way into more fulfillment. But we've got the devil here, so it does feel to me like it would bound you. It does feel to me that it comes with a price, and I think the price is worse than the actual offering. That's what I'm feeling. Your environment is the Three of Cups with a star, and I absolutely love it, particularly with this three area over here, okay, these three cards, because what it's telling me is that there is a I think it's quite a few situations over the course of July where you're coming together with loved ones, you're coming together with people, with your soul tribe, and everyone's feeling the spirit of celebration. And with it comes lots of healing and hope and faith for the future. So it's a thing that's kind of spurring you on and moving you more into a place of place of potential, of possibilities, of dreams and wishes. And with it comes a lot of healing, particularly because the Temperance card and the Star card are very healing cards as well. They take time, but it's a slow process, but it's a gentle, kinder process. And then we move into your hopes and fears of like, okay, well, you're still stuck in that position of like, well, I want to be able to have more options available to me. I want to have the freedom that that's why you've reached the World card here, because you're ready to start a new cycle and the world is your oyster, right? But because of this crossing energy over here, you're like, well, I don't know which way to go. I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. So the dream here is to have freedom of choice. The fear is whatever you choose, is it going to serve you long term? Is it going to create a happy home? Is it going to give me long-term security? Is it going to set me up, basically? And that's sort of, so you're kind of tossing and turning between the two. The outcome is a very positive card with the Empress, because it is a major card, meaning those are the most prominent energies that are serving at the moment. Very positive, very abundant, okay? So work with that, even if you're still a little bit undecided. I just want to get another card for that. Can we clarify that Two of Swords, please? Because you're still sort of undecided by the end of the month, but the Empress says that actually basically suggests or encourages you to choose the new route, to choose birthing something new rather than kind of going back on something. Because it feels to me like you've already learned that lesson, particularly because the World card is there, and particularly because the choices and these Devil cards over here. It does seem to me that a new direction is going to be more fruitful for you. Judgment, yeah, of course. You see, they won't tell me the answer. The Judgment card. So you really are trying to, the Two of, so funny. Two of Swords talks about, you know, being undecided, which way do I go, right? And the Judgment is that judgment call. Okay, knowing that full well whatever decision you make, it's gonna change everything long term. Even if you were to go back on something and try and resist the world energy, if you chose to resist closing a door in order to open another one, then that door, you're sort of going to just repeat the cycle. But in a totally different way, it'll set you in a totally different path. So you are reaching the final decision come the end of the month. But you basically are going to be working with this maybe slightly toxic because of the Seven of Wands over here, of having to sort of stand up for yourself and defend and protect yourself. But because we've got a lot of healing energy surrounding you, I think there's a good chance that you're going to try and dare to dream more. Now, the Fool card hasn't turned up. The Fool card is a card that would come after the World, because the World is the end of the major arcana. The Fool marks the beginning, something new, stepping into the unknown, taking a leap of faith, okay? And it hasn't turned up yet. So I don't feel like you're ready to take that leap of faith yet. You're still in the process of choosing to close something off, and it feels like it's going to be very significant, to your home environment. Now, it could obviously involve work, about where you choose to work, and it could involve a significant other in the equation of home, but it feels very home-esque for me. This is quite big for you, and you really are kind of moving through all of those energies throughout the course of July. So I'm sorry to say that I don't have, I can't tell you exactly which way you're going to go, because it is your choice. But what is kind of coming up for me here, what's really kind of shouting out to me, is that choose the new. Choose the new. That would be the thing where there is more possibility, okay? Because the old, I feel like, because that World card right in the center, it feels like you're done with one particular area in your life, and now it's about kind of stretching yourself into the unknown, okay, and having a little bit more self-confidence to do so. Okay, let's get a card, please, for Gemini for the highest good. What do they need to know? For July. Thank you. Thank you. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Okay, so this is really connected to the Temperance card here, the Hangman card here, and the Star card. Okay, so you are surrounded, even though that it feels to me like the day-to-day stuff is a tricky stuff that you have to kind of wade through. But surrounding you is this very strong aura, very strong kind of healing energy, very kind of divine feminine energy that is supporting this kind of healing with regards to shifting into that new space. And that is the thing that's helping your vibrations to rise. Now, when your vibrations rise, that talks about seeing the positive in things, seeing the light in things, being light and airy and malleable and moldable and able to sort of shift quickly. When you very stuck and stagnant, there's little room for kind of maneuver. But when your vibrations rise, you lighten the energy around you. And I feel like that light energy around you is really serving you at the time to lift yourself out of that kind of bound, constricted area of the devil, and also just see the possibility in things. So it's all about positive mental attitude this month, because as your vibrations rise, you are starting to see more abundance surrounding you, and as you do so, you're sharing that light and shedding it and dispersing it amongst loved ones too, and you are guiding other people the way to do it. So sometimes it's quite difficult for us to do things for ourselves, because, you know, humanity is been ingrained in them that they, you know, have low self-worth, and but sometimes it's easier to feel like you can do something if it's going to serve the greater good. So if it helps you to choose by placing your ideas on, well, if I were to do this, maybe by my example, others will also start to believe in the impossible, start to believe in positive results, start to believe that actually, yes, you can have it all. So that's all I have for you, Gemini. I hope that it helped. I hope it resonated, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.